What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Eastside Flat with Eric G. I'm so excited to talk about this one because I think um, it's really a hard question to kind of answer. Um, it has not been the greatest start of the year for the Orioles. Um, to put it kindly, um, we look like a little league team that just got put in the World Series. I mean, we've looked pretty bad at times, and it has cost us many games. And so that leaves some room for debate of if this team is going to make the playoffs, if they're going to make a run in the playoffs, if they're going to win the division, what place they're coming in the division, all of that stuff. So we're going to be basically talking about my thoughts about the beginning of this year, and kind of just how things have been going recently, um, and breaking down some stuff. Just kind of, well, kind of grieving. So let's get into it. Um, yeah, here is basically all that has happened. Um, so we played 11 games. We are 5-6, and now here's the thing: we are 5-6, but it's really been the errors that have been rough. Mateo had a dropped ball that ended up being a triple that led to a big inning for Kapovich in a Royals game. There was an error by Gunnar that was really rare. There was even an error today in the win with Seti misplaying a ball in center field. Seems to be a lot of errors, even in games that we win, and a lot of bad pitching throughout. And that seems to be the key with this team. And when we look at the records here, and obviously this is expanded. Clearly, we're a better day team. We just got our first uh, win at night. We are 1-3 at night, um, and it's always interesting to look at these because I don't think these mean much. Grass versus turf, all that stuff. Although I will say we've been hitting the hell out of the ball, but it's been right at people. I think Westberg had a couple of those. Gunnar had a lot of those early on. He had a great night tonight. Um, but I think when you look at this, it's kind of deceiving, right? Like, oh, you're 5-6, you're a game and a half back. Here's the problem, and it looks to be like how I kind of thought it would be. That the AL East is beating the shit out of each other. I mean, we're 3-4 in the division, and the best team is 3-2. So what does that say? Like, I mean, we're struggling in division, and that seems to really kind of be every year. I feel like we always struggle in division. I think the real test will be when we play the Yankees. If we're still struggling, we've seemed to have been doing well against the Yankees um, in past years, which is kind of crazy because they're usually competing with us for 1 and 2 um, in the division. So we'll see if those same struggles are we play bad first Boston and Toronto and and Tampa and seem to kick it up into gear, or whoever is in first, because we played well against Tampa when we were competing with them, and then fell off the next year. And Tampa seemed to be, you know, somebody that we played bad against. Sometimes we won, but like you need to be consistent um, in your play, and that seems to be the issue. You see those 6 losses right there, and it's like, man, if there wasn't errors, these could have been more competitive games. You get the 3-run single. I mean, come on, stuff like that just can't happen um, in these games. And it's early in the season, and there's a lot of moving parts. Um, and when you click in here, you look at the game today. Uh, this is huge. As everything pops up, ad wise, this is huge. Gunner was 2 hits, 2 runs, he had 2 steals. Um, Obviously Suarez gets hurt, and we have to trade for a pitcher. And this was the big thing. We can play a lot better baseball, and that's the real thing is the errors. Now, do I think when you look at this, you see Eflin is 2-1. He's got a 3 ERA. I think that when we have good pitching and good starting pitching, it really relaxes the team. And I think that when you get a lot of errors, it really doesn't. This also was a great way to start the game. Ryan O'Hearn hits a home run. It seems like we're taking steps in the right direction, but then you go back and you look, oh yeah, you're still 5-6. So it's very early. You are only a game and a half back of the Yankees, who seem to struggle in close games. Excuse me, is and so you got to keep it close with these guys, and obviously, uh, you're not going to blow everybody out, and it's early in the season, so there's still an adjustment. But the errors are very frustrating to watch. You can't be an MLB team and have all these errors. That's why you got six in that loss column. There needs to be a change in the way that we play defense. And I think if we can get that change, get some starting pitching, it's going to be a phenomenal year, I think. But the question is, can we do that? And when you look around at all the pieces, right? You I can't say for sure that the team's gonna turn around. It has so many good sparks, but I don't know where this team is gonna necessarily fit in. Now, here's the thing: I think the AL East is really up for grabs because New York came out hot. It looked like, oh shit, like they ran away with the division in the first 5 days, and now they're 6-4, and it's like, okay, they're having their struggles too. So I think this race is gonna come down to who can play the cleanest ball and most consistent ball at the end of the season, and I think that will determine. This feels like kind of the beginning of the Ravens season. They started off 0-2. They were able to pick it up and down the line and get into the playoffs and get to the divisional round. To me, this seems like the Orioles have a chance to win this division. Um, Same way that the Ravens won their division. But I think that it is really frustrating. It's not necessarily concerning yet. If we would have lost tonight and been 4-7, whole other story, whole other story. But I think that when you break it down and you say, okay, look, I understand it's early in the season still. We've played 11 games. Like, you can't win a season in 11 games. You just can't lose the season in those 11 games. That's the trick. And I think the Orioles aren't doing that. They're not losing the 11 games and losing the division. I think that they'll probably end up, if they honestly, I'm gonna say it, if they play clean ball consistently in the end of the season and are able to overcome these injuries, we're going to get starting pitching. If they can figure out this first All-Star break, they win the division. It's the key is, can they do that? I don't know yet. I've seen too much up and down. So right now, I'm saying fuck no. But I do think there is a possibility that they could turn it around. And when you get guys back like Bradish and Wells, they could really have an impact and really, you know, make this rotation good. I think Gabe Povich is looking good for a lefty. I think that uh, Kramer is struggling a little bit, but he looked locked. He had a fantastic start in Kansas City, and I mean, we had four drop balls, man. Like, we had four just stupid ass plays. So I think, am I concerned yet? No. Just because of the fact that literally everybody in the AL East is like within a game of a half of each other. So I think that it really depends on the division. Same with, um, I mean, sorry, not saying the opposite can be said for the Central, and that's the thing. We did have to play the Royals, who are a game back, and that division is all over the place. It's really everybody fighting for third place right now, and first and second are kind of running away. So if we were fourth in the division, and it was like this situation where the Tigers seem to be running away with it, it's a different story. So I think that at the end of the day, it's gonna be hard for this team to turn it around. But I think if they can be scrappy and like play the long game, we need to just get through the All-Star break and see who we get back, stay healthy, not have any injuries. You got Gunnar back. He seemed to click today. O'Hearn in the lineup. I think there was bad lineup choices too from Hyde in a lot of those games. And if you can clean all that up, this is a really good ball team. This is a team that can make an impact and make a run into the playoffs, get into the playoffs, maybe hopefully win a fucking game. But I think that it's a little too early for a lot of the craziness I'm seeing. I get that they want to clickbait, but I think that the Orioles are in a fine place. They just need to dial it in late and really get it going. Um, After the All-Star break when the games really start mattering, and you all you can ask for as a fan is meaningful September ball games that can be ours, and it seems like we won't get that. So, um, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be an interesting end to the season, and I think that we could be fighting for first place if we play clean ball. We're the best team. Like that's the thing. If we play our game and we play our best baseball, we have a fantastic lineup that is hard to beat. And if the pitching can come through, but all of that needs to click, and early in the season it's not. So we know it can't click. Can they pull Ravens? And down the line, you just become this, juggernaut of a team. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how it play out really early. But I just kind of wanted to put that out there, just kind of my thoughts on the game. And yeah, I'm real interested to kind of see where this team goes. It'll be fun. I think I'll be going either to the Saturday game or the Sunday game this weekend in Cayman Yards. Stay tuned. I'll post a recap of that, what it was like, all that. So yeah, if you are enjoying the content, subscribe to the channel. Um, Follow me on Instagram too. I will be posting more on there as well. I've been a little slacky on that lately, so I'm gonna make sure I get back up on that. We're gonna be posting consistently on YouTube. Comment below anything about the Orioles, anything you feel. Do you think they're gonna be able to win the division, get into the playoffs, win a playoff game, all that good stuff? So thank y'all for watching. Hopefully, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.